Hi guys, this is Julie and I'm back. I'm going to make another video about this computer because I actually am going to show you guys how to speed up your computer if it's being a little slow, and this is without having to reinstall Windows or anything like that. It's nothing hard, it's nothing difficult, but I thought I'd make this video since I'm just going to run maintenance on this. I'm just going to run maintenance on here because they actually said this computer didn't boot, and it turned out it does boot, so it was just stuck or something, because I guess they didn't do a full shutdown, they hibernated type of thing, so they thought it crashed, but actually it didn't. In this video I'm going to show you, I'm going to actually plug in my mouse from my computer. I'm just going to have to set that down for a second. And I should have thought of this because I definitely want a mouse. It makes it a lot easier when you have a mouse. Okay. Alright, so what you're gonna do is, well, first you could actually search it, but you wanna go to disk cleanup, which is built into Windows. And I know some of you guys may already know all the stuff I'm gonna show, but these are for the people that doesn't know this stuff. And then when you get here, you're going to check everything, and this will basically delete the temporary files off your computer that you technically no longer need, and it'll just free up a bunch of storage as well, and it'll clear the cache out, and it'll make it run better. So, I don't even know if you're supposed to say it like that, if it's supposed to be cache or cache. I'm not sure, because I've had people tell me, no, it's cache, and I thought it was cache, so I might have the pronouncing wrong. It's just, you would think that, because cache and cache, it's like two different things. So, let's see, Defender looks mad. I guess it found some threats on their computer. That's bad. So, oh, found some hack tool. Let's clean that out. That's not good. Okay, anyways. So, we're going to run, after we run disk cleanup, you're going to run CCleaner. As you guys can see, wait, it's going to open. It's going to be it's kind of slow. But you can download CCleaner from pureform.com, which is their official website. And CCleaner is not wanting to open. So let's just give it a second. It's saying trial ended. Yeah, we know. Just revert to the free version. And we're going to run this. Whoa, okay. Oh, that's corrupted. We probably should update CCleaner because it's kind of an outdated version of CCleaner. It's like a CCleaner that was installed but never updated. So we're gonna run this, and this will just clean out a lot of, once again, cached files, and it'll make things run faster. So we're gonna do that. So we're gonna run this, and it might take a minute because if you haven't ran this before, then you probably really need to run it because this will really help a lot. So, this speeds your computer up a lot because pretty much when you delete all those temp files, it just makes your computer faster because it cleans out a lot of stuff, and it frees up several gigs of storage too. So if you have a device that doesn't have a lot of storage, you should use it, because I knew someone that was having issues with their computer, and I noticed they were out of storage and they couldn't even update Windows. They ran CCleaner and it cleaned about 7 gigabytes out, and I was like, what? And they were able to update because they were able to free up a ton of storage from running this thing. You'd be surprised how many things this really cleans, and if you're having a storage problem, this will really help you. We didn't free as much as I thought. We freed about 1 gigabyte. I don't think this computer is used too much. It's mainly used for documents and stuff, they said. So they don't really use it for anything else like internet browsing. But I guess they can if they want. I'm gonna run this again because why not? And I think my phone's gonna run out of storage, so I'm gonna have to like stop this and finish speeding this up later. But for now, I can just run CCleaner and I can show you the rest later, because I'm probably not gonna upload this video today. Anyways, we're gonna run the registry and we're gonna click scan for issues here, and this will just fix a lot of things in the registry, and this will also make things go faster. So we're just going to do this. And it might take a few minutes. Now, you'd be surprised how much this does, but there's one more thing we're going to do after this, and it'll really make a huge difference as well. Fix selected issues. We don't need a backup. You can always have a restore point before you do all this, which I highly recommend you create a restore point, which I'll show you how to create one. You right-click this PC, go to Properties, and wait for it to load. If you don't have this PC, you could right-click on your Start menu, like right here, and then go to System, I believe. Well, that might take us to Settings, actually. Yeah. Well, you can search it, or you can go to Control Panel. You can go to Control Panel, System and Security, System, and that also works. So anyways, is what we're gonna do when we're in here is you would go to System Protection, give it a second so it loads. It looks like System Restore is on. You can actually configure it, which I recommend setting it to 10%, always 10%. So this looks good, it's already at 10%. Usually it's not, so it was probably custom set. So you would go to create, and then you can type whatever you want the restore point to be, like before speeding up or anything like that, and you can just create a restore point, and then if something goes wrong and corrupts, you can fix it. But I'm not going to do it in this case for the sake of the video running out of space. Next you're going to run which is the optimize and defragment drives. Well, now it's just called optimize drives, so I guess they've changed the name. They used to say optimize and defrag, but now it just says optimize drives. But it's pretty much the same thing. It used to be called disk defragmenter, and then they changed it to like optimize and defragment drives, and now it's just optimize drives. Go to your C drive and then click optimize. And I highly recommend setting this to daily, not weekly. And the benefit of doing this is pretty much it consolidates everything and puts it all in one spot on your hard drive, so it doesn't have to go all around the platter looking for data. It's already pretty much all in a similar spot. It won't move the actual file locations, like as in if you go to the pictures folder, all your pictures will still be there. But I'm gonna have to stop this because I'm running out of storage. So, well, I deleted some video files I didn't need anymore, which helped free up some more storage. But basically, is what this does. As you can see, it says optimize to help your computer run more efficiently, or you can analyze them. Usually, it tells you like what it does, but I guess they removed that. But basically, is what it does. As I said, it puts everything in like one part of your hard drive instead of being scattered all over your disk, because as you know, a hard drive is moving parts. There's a magnet in there, there's all that stuff. It's going all over the platters, it's trying to find data, and it's pretty much stored magnetically. And is what this does is it puts it on one spot, so it's not like one file all the way in the beginning of the drive, another file all the way at the end of the drive, some in the middle of the drive. Instead, it tries to put it on one part of the drive. Obviously, over time, the files will get moved around, and you will have to do this, which I recommend doing once a week. But if you have it set to daily, it'll probably do it daily, but it's good to do it when you're not using it, because when a bunch of programs are open, it could mess it up. So that's why I'm saying it's good to still do it once a week. The reason why I say set it on daily is Windows usually doesn't end up doing, like if it's set to weekly, it usually isn't as reliable. It doesn't tend to do it, especially if your computer's not on. So that's what I'm saying, that it's recommended to set it to daily. Besides, if you do a little bit each day, then it's not going to be as bad. And I'll show you on my computer. I'm going to open it, which I have it right over here. And mine just looks like it did it just yesterday. I think it did it itself. I don't know if I even did it. but you can tell mine's set to weekly. What? It was on daily. I guess it changed itself. Sometimes it reverts your settings when you do updates, so you might want to check that every time you go to defrag or optimize, because updates can change that setting, because I'm pretty sure this used to be on daily, and then it was weekly all of a sudden, so I'm guessing that you just have to, you have to go in and set it manually if it messes it up. So pretty much this could take a while, especially if you've not done it in a long time. And I remember back then computers, like back in the Windows XP days, it would actually show like how much fragments you have and stuff. And usually it showed like red all over the place, and it was nuts. I'm gonna see if I can find a picture of it if I can, because I do have a bunch of pictures, and I'll show you an example of an XP defrag. I'll try to find the one that looks really bad, and you guys will see that picture put in here if I have one or find one, or if I have time to find one, and you would see that about now. You may or may not have saw it, I'm not sure. If I put it in, then you probably did, but let's just assume that was bad. Yeah, bad. Very bad. Awful, and I haven't even seen it yet, because I haven't looked at my pictures yet, but I'm sure that's what I'm going to be thinking when I see that. So this is going pretty quickly because it defragged recently because of automatic defrags. So it really helps keep the performance up. And I knew a computer that was so slow, and once I ran a defrag, it worked like a brand new computer again. So it really does make a huge difference doing this, and it's built into Windows, so you don't have to go download anything. The only thing you have to download here is CCleaner. And CCleaner, I know like they had some big crazy thing happen where malware got in it somehow, but they fixed that problem, and trust me, if it's happened once, it's not going to happen again. And also it only went on for about 1 month, but I had the infected copy on my main install and nothing happened. It's like they put it in there, but they didn't actually activate it. Like they put the back door, but they never triggered anything, which was good, I guess, that it never actually did anything. It was there, but it just wasn't running, which was a good thing. That's the reason why nothing actually happened, because the hackers didn't activate the virus yet. But imagine if they did, I could have lost a lot of stuff. But pretty much, hackers can get into any software. They can hack any program. It's even happened in the past with like a website that was getting replaced with infected versions that like overwrote your MBR. Like, I think it happened to Classic Shell and some other program. At least I didn't get the infected copy. In fact, when I heard about it, I tried to download it on a virtual machine and it was already fixed. So you might want to make sure, if you guys have CCleaner, that it's fully up to date, because it was infected in an older version. And I don't want people having the infected one still in case. But pretty much if it's happened once, as I said, they're going to be very cautious to make sure that nothing like that happens again. The hackers are probably just going to target another software is what they're going to do, because that's pretty much what hackers do, and that's the reason why you should always stay up to date on your software, and why you should always make sure Windows is up to date as well, because it'll really help patch those exploits so no one can get in your computers easily. And yeah, maybe if you didn't, something wouldn't happen. I mean, it's not guaranteed that something's gonna happen, but I wouldn't take the risk. It's a little risky, but I mean, nowadays the world is pretty much a hack, so it's kind of hard to avoid it. Even if you are updated, they can still do something, possibly, so because there's always new exploits being discovered all the time, so it's hard to keep up. So even if you are updated, there's probably still some exploit that's not patched, or it was never reported and hackers could be using it, but you never know. So I'm letting this run, and pretty much after that, I mean, you're pretty much mostly good as far as maintenance. Just make sure you go to settings, update, and security. on Windows 10, and on other versions of Windows, you can search Windows Update on the Start menu, or Start Screen if it's Windows 8.1 or 8, and make sure that all that software is up to date, because I've actually heard about some computer shops that you bring your computer to might actually disable updates, which is very bad, because I talked to someone a while ago, this is like over a year ago, you probably know who you are if you're watching this video, and pretty much their computer, I noticed, was out of date because they had Windows 10 and this Action Center icon was on the left, not the right, so I knew it was one of the two versions of Windows 10, one of the two older ones, and pretty much, I told them about it. I said, I don't think your computer's up to date. I can tell it's not up to date. Can you show me your WinVer? And they did, and it was build 10240. And I was like, oh my, you are out of date. And I told them to go to Windows Update. They checked it, and it gave an error, and they showed me the error, and I knew that error meant that the service was disabled. So I asked them about it, and they said, well, they mentioned about how they took their computer to a shop when it broke, and apparently the shop disabled it, because later on it was confirmed because they had to take it back to the shop because they messed up something, and then when they got it back from the shop, it was on 10240 again with updates disabled. So pretty much that shop is a bad shop, and I think that was a shop in another country, so at least it wasn't in the US, but still, no shop, no matter what country they're in, should be doing that. Because it's like they're trying to do that just so you come back and get it fixed again. But they need to really understand people's security, and the fact that the shops are putting users at risk is kind of bad. In fact, it's very bad. I'm disappointed. If I was to open a computer shop, I would make sure all the computers are completely up to date. I wouldn't give back a non-updated system. And believe it or not, when I did an Instagram video a couple years ago showing like a slideshow of computer pictures, it showed me like doing all the updates on a fresh install, and someone commented, wow, like I'm surprised that like you're doing all the updates on a fresh install, because most shops and stuff don't even do that. And I'm like, wow, really? Like, that's really sad, the fact that some shops just don't even seem to care. All they want is money, and they don't care about making it work perfectly. They just care about fixing the problem the customer was having, but they don't actually try to make things faster or better. They just fix the issue, and that's it. So I'm sorry to go on this little rant. It's just I just had to go on that little rant because it was just kind of bugging me. And as I said, I might actually start doing more videos, and I might start streaming and stuff to like tell stories and stuff, or I might do story time videos, which I know I said that a long time ago and never did it. I've just been really busy, and I have to think of what I could tell stories on. In fact, I think I might start them in these next couple weeks. Maybe during summer, I'll start telling them in some videos I make, and when I start trying to stream in the summer, I might just tell some stories. Or if you guys know of anything, you can just ask as well, like if you're wondering something. But anyways, you can tell this is taking a while because defrag can take a while, and also after you run it once, you should do it a second time afterwards to get all the stuff it didn't get the first time. And then after that, I mean, your computer should be pretty fast, and also make sure you do all the updates as I said. So anyways, I'm gonna stop this video because I'm ranting a lot. Also make sure your programs are updated too, by the way, as I said. And Windows, everything, and that you run all the statements on there. Okay, that's all I have. And also, if you run disk cleanup, you could also do the clean up system files button, and you can even clean up more files, which I highly recommend you do if you have time. But I would do that again after you did all this, because generally that takes an hour or two to run for some odd reason. So just do the regular cleanup and defrag and all that first, and then go back and do that cleanup system files disk cleanup, which is what I'm gonna do after the defrag, and then I'll run defrag again. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you enjoyed my little stories I said. Leave comments about them if you want to know more info about them, or if you have any story time videos or ideas that I can maybe answer in a video. Let me know, because it'd be very interesting to make. In fact, I know a lot of people that make storytime videos. I really enjoy watching them, and they're just interesting. No matter what the story is about, it's still interesting to hear, so. Alright, that's all I have. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye for now. And tell me how well this speeds up your computer. Bye.